Under some current affairs news posts, we often see people angrily saying, "Hey, you're spending our taxpayers' money." We absolutely do not support what you're doing. Don't use the taxes we pay to do these strange things. Some people even go so far as to say directly, "Then we won't pay taxes in the future." These statements might sound reasonable, but in the US, can you really refuse to pay taxes because you're unhappy with the government? Can you really just not pay taxes? In American history, there have been people who did this around the late 1960s. At that time, the US was fighting the Vietnam War, because every day the news showed scenes from the battlefield. So a lot of Americans started to think, the government takes my money for war. Is that right? So then a movement to refuse to pay taxes began. Some people underreported their income. Some people even paid taxes that they should have paid, donated directly to charity, then write on the check, "Oh, I don't support war." This movement can be said to involve people from all walks of life. For them, not paying taxes isn't about money. We just wanted to tell the government that we didn't want this war. What is it? The most famous person, that is folk singer Joan Baez. He was strongly opposed to war. Starting from 1964, she refused to pay about 60% of her federal taxes because she believed that portion of the money would be taken by the government to buy weapons. But in the end, ideals still ran into reality. Her opponent was the extremely powerful IRS of the United States. Let's briefly introduce the IRS in the United States. What can it do? It has strong independent law enforcement powers. They can impose fines and interest. They can directly deduct money from an individual's wages and bank account, even take money straight out of your account. They can even seize your house or car. If you are considered to be deliberately evading taxes, you could be prosecuted or even sent to jail. So the IRS issued multiple formal collection notices to Baez and her accounts, demanding that they pay back taxes and late fees. They required her to pay the owed taxes and penalties. Of course, Baez refused to compromise. As a result, the IRS took enforcement action against them. His bank accounts were directly frozen, and some of his assets were also seized to repay the outstanding debts. According to Baez's account in his memoir, these taxes were ultimately all taken back by the government. Around the same time, the Vietnam War was also coming to an end. However, this tax resistance movement did not change the course of the entire war, nor did it bring about any changes in the law. From what I understand, up until now, almost no one in the United States has truly managed to evade taxes. From mob bosses to Hollywood stars, and even ordinary people who try to evade taxes, in the end, none of them can escape the pursuit of the IRS. In the end, they always find a way to make everyone obediently pay their taxes.